Okay, so season 2 of two shows that I raved about last year, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and Fright Crew. Both were special, unique, gave me hope for animation. Both had rather underwhelming season 2s, and I cannot believe it. But yeah, I felt, let's say half full, because they're not bad shows at all in season 2, but they weren't as good. Yeah, I think I have a longer list of issues with Fright Crew than I do with Moon Girl. Can't believe I'm saying I have any issues with them, but here they are. So, Fright Crew, I feel mostly that each episode wasn't as unique. Like in the first season, it seemed every single episode revealed a new monster, revealed a new problem, and there was just so much like happening, and each episode made that so exciting and fun. And all the characters, because they were like learning their powers like all at the same time, were developed all kind of like equally, and I just thought that was really, really neat. This season, not so much. It really mostly focused on the girls, and I think both characters, like Missy and Soleil, are very cool characters. Missy is so angry and tough, and Soleil is so odd and quirky, and she has this whole I want to be a hero thing while still being kind of angsty. They're great. And seeing them heal their friendship, that was sweet. Yeah. And something I loved about season 1 that this show at least had a couple sprinkles of was great dialogue. And yeah, the dialogue between the two girls was nice. But I like the boy characters too, and I just feel like they were really sidelined, you know? I feel like they didn't say as much or do as much. It was almost like you could kind of squeeze them all into one person, maybe two, and yeah. I don't know, I just didn't appreciate that. I liked all the characters. I wanted to see all the characters again. And you did see all the characters from last season, but I was really hoping for a few more new ones. Now, there were some new ones, good guys and bad guys, but they didn't hook me as much, you know? Though I will say the Jester monster, even though I didn't like his design very much, or I didn't really like him as a character very much, I will say what he did with Mardi Gras beads was chilling, because you can find those everywhere in New Orleans, everywhere. Maybe this could just be a me problem. And I've had these problems with Princess and the Frog and that cute cartoon Bunnicula, where I don't see all the cool things about New Orleans and all the annoying things about New Orleans that I would love to see in media, like somebody who really lived here would love to see. Yes, they put it all into the 13th ward, actually the 13th and 3/4. There's a 13th ward, not talked about as much as the 7th or 9th, but yeah, it does exist, but the show makes it seem like they're really close to the quarter, more than the 13th ward actually is. And there's just so much more to New Orleans. I want to see an animated version of the Marigny, the French Quarter. I want to hear locals complain about the temperamental weather. Hell, they could have had a bad guy or a monster like really make like a storm come out of nowheres, and the locals would just say, "Nah, that's just Louisiana. Our weather's crazy." That would have been so funny and such a cool problem to fix. Also, I don't need a Mardi Gras like episode, but I would love a crawfish episode. I would love to see New Orleans like characters, like locals, like kind of like Pat. I would love to see him teach his friends how to peel a crawfish. Like, it's so cute to me when you show people that didn't grow up with that, like how they're like kind of just like twisting it around, or they just order something with crawfish instead. It's great. It's fun for me. I'm proud of my city. It's got a lot of issues, a lot of historical issues, but that's what makes it such great fodder for a horror-based show, an animated or horror-based show. Now, yes, this show stays as much in the PG line as possible, but I will say season 2 did not disappoint with the scares. I usually want more like blood and guts and action stuff, like Invincible provides buckets and buckets of. But no, this show actually does have a lot of disturbing lines to show that the characters have genuine fear in their hearts, like true terror. It's quite disturbing and very well done. And again, no blood might be shown, but yeah, just really, really wonderfully cringe stuff. But yeah. Fright Crew, I still hope there is a season 3. I do. I will continue to watch it and rewatch it to get the numbers up so there will be a season 3. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. A gorgeous feast for the eyes, the ears, the heart, the brain. Well, it's a silly superhero show, so the brain is a little generous, but still, it's a lot of fun. I did not enjoy this season as much as I did the first. No. Some shows improve and some shows wave. Some shows stay exactly the same. Like, I don't think Psych ever improved. It just stayed kind of the same, which was all right for it. It had like 8 seasons. Okay, this might be spoilery, but I don't care. So, there was not enough Devil and Casey in this show. Like, Lunella's love for her big pet T-Rex is the love other people have for like their boxers, and I'm so sad about that. Yes, it showed that Devil has a lot of hobbies and a life outside of Lunella, but their bond was really special to me. And Casey, she was almost like a background character, 1 episode. But boy, I was incredibly disappointed with that. I like Casey as a character, and I really ship her with Lunella, so seeing the lack of her was very annoying. And there were a lot of like really weak reasons why Casey wasn't like more involved with Lunella. And I didn't appreciate that. Now, Lunella did interact with other people in this season, and that should be cool to me. That should be. But I missed her old friends too. New people includes this little Martian dude who's basically about as big of a brainy nerd as Lunella is, but with a slightly different flavor. And yeah, it's pretty darn cute that the only other person in the universe that Lunella can really like match wits with is another like teen alien, or another like just random teenager who's about as tall as her, and that's cute. And I will admit, seeing the two, like the boy and Eduardo, have a crush on Lunella, that's pretty darn cute, but mostly because Eduardo did a flashback of Sailor Moon. Even if I had never, ever seen Sailor Moon, what a horrible life that would be, it was still quite a lovely little daydream. But yeah. Oh, and Mimi! Oh, Mimi. We had a tidal wave of backstory with her in the last 2 episodes. And in this one, she was avoiding it so much. It's like, we all know, the viewers and Lunella and some of Lunella's closest friends know there's more to Mimi, but Mimi still doesn't want to talk about it. And it's just really annoying. Now, did I want Mimi to get more involved in the lab and make her own Iron Woman suit? Kinda. Did I want Lunella to be kind of like the Wade to Kim Possible, you know, like constantly be on Lunella's watch like Casey once was? Kind of. Did I get those things? No. If anything, Mimi's coy knowledge about Lunella, like, you know, knowing Lunella is Moon Girl and kind of helping her out and kind of smiling when she sees Moon Girl. I missed that. I did. Yeah. Also, what's missing in season 2 is I realize not as many awesome music scenes. Like, oh my goodness. Like, that is what I really fell in love with in season 1. All of them amazing, like, music stuff. Like, some of the music was written for the episode, and some of it was just like already made songs that they just like, you know, animated to, and I thought that was brilliant. This season, not so much. No, and I did not appreciate that. Yeah. I can admit that both Fright Crew and Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, both their seasons 2, had pretty good cliffhangers. You know, pretty good. Even though I didn't think the season was a good example of development or taking animation risk, I still think they were decent enough to, you know, keep me interested as a fan, and I would like a season 3 of both of them. Because I want to give all the talent behind these scenes a chance to make up for those lackluster seasons. I do, and I just want animation to continue past, like, a season 2. I feel like that's been a problem lately where a lot of shows I like, except maybe the Star Trek, like, Lower Deck show, have not gone past, like, a season 2 in a while, and that makes me very sad. So I need to see that. So, if you're a fan of Fright Crew, then absolutely see the next season. You'll at least learn a little bit more about the characters you already know, or you might share my feelings. You'll find out. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, I guess the animation is pretty and it does make a lot of other Marvel references. I think that means more to other people than it does me. But because I care about Lunella, I want to see where she goes after what happened. And the Beyonder, I just like Beyonder. So I will rewatch them on both of their respective streaming services. I will.